Greg Lace here in Ginger Valley's nursery. Here we are, winter's on its way. Let's talk about garden care, fall garden care. I'm in front of our grasses, our beautiful perennial grasses. Look at those plumes. You can leave them up all winter long. That adds interest to the winter garden, right, against the snow. Or you can cut them down now. Either way, they must be cut down in the springtime because the sunlight has to warm up these roots so that they sprout back. So the same goes for perennials. I'm holding a perennial here. This one the frost has already killed. You can cut those down to, like I've got on this one, maybe 3-4 inches from the ground, cut them off or leave them up. There's two schools of thought on that. If you leave them up, birds will eat the seeds. Many perennials hold seed pods into their spent blooms, and the small birds, especially the chickadees and the sparrows and so forth, will eat the seeds. So leave them up or cut them down, either way, but they must be cut down also by springtime. Now, what do you do to keep them from freezing? What do you do to keep them from freezing, freezing up and then thawing and then freezing up again? Put mulch down. We recommend cypress mulch. That's very slow to rot away. Put about 3-4 inches of mulch on your perennial grasses and your perennials, and that will keep them, ironically, frozen once they freeze. Now, pruning. Let's talk a little bit about pruning. The don'ts of pruning. Only prune those plants that do not bloom in the springtime. Springtime blooming plants should not be pruned now. If there's any questions about that, you can come into our nursery and our experts will explain to you which plants should not be pruned now. It's very important not to prune the blooming plants. So remember, do whatever you need to with your grasses, mulch them in with cypress, and they'll be beautiful for next spring. For Ginger Valley, this is Greg Lace.